Hi folks, G3 here, and welcome to another instalment of my journey to go green.
Well folks, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoy it, then please remember to click the like button, and also if you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you get notified when I load up a new video. Right, let's get on with the video.
In today's episode, I'm having a quick grumble about different charging networks. There's some positivity in that my local council finally got their act together and have gotten some chargers in place in public car parks and in public locations, mostly because they've signed up to the climate crisis agreement, and they've got so many years to get their act in order. One of the things available are grants to councils to help them put in this kind of equipment. Now, what they've gone with is a network called Connected Kerb, which are small chargers. There's one pole which has 2 charging points on it to serve 2 bays. This network, I think they must be increasing quite a bit at the moment because there aren't many around at present, but I've seen that they are increasing on the map. So there are a few going in the Dover and Deal district. I've seen that there are some around northeast Kent. I believe there's some based in Yorkshire, Liverpool, I think near Birmingham, and I saw that there were some near Swindon. And I think they must all be relatively new, and that number's growing. So that's good that there's more coming, because it's the same scenario with a lot of these networks, that before using it, I've had to download an app, create an account, upload some cash, and then I'm going to be able to use their network. Another one that I've got to have an app for and to pre-load some cash onto. Now, if you are regularly charging away from home, like I am, I can't charge at home, you have to use these kind of services to charge, which means that I now have, I think it's 10 different apps on my phone related to charging, as well as 5 different apps to paying for car parking in different places. It's just ridiculous that there isn't consistency between a lot of these places. So things like Ringo and pay by phone and things like that. So I've had to get 5 separate apps for parking, but that's a whole different matter. When it comes to the charging, I say I've got about 10 different apps, and this is another one, the Connected Kerb, which, yeah, I'm probably going to be using a reasonable amount, because if I'm going to pop down to Dover, I will look to try and park in one of the car parks that has the charging, just so I can get a bit of a trickle feed in whilst I'm down there. But the big thing with this one is the minimum deposit that I was able to put on it was £50. I don't know if that was just my inability to use the app, but it was the only option I had when setting it up, was to transfer £50. I mean, it's fortunate I can afford that to go on, but somebody is sitting on £50 of mine, because I haven't used it yet, earning minimal interest on it. But if they're doing that for every single customer, and if I had to do that for every single one of these local charging apps, I mean, I had to sign up for one when I was away in the Cotswolds recently. There was one around Bath. I can't remember the name of it. It might have been Revive or something like that. And I had to set an account up there, and if I remember rightly, transfer over some cash on that one. So if I was having to do £50 on each one of these, and say I've got 5 on the network, that's 250 quid of mine that's sitting not doing anything apart from earning money for whoever I'm going to be charging with. I mean, fortunately, this Connected Kerb one seems to be growing. They are in sort of locations that I could potentially be using some of the time. So I think I am going to get through it. But what on earth is the problem with having a setup where you can pay for it as you're using it? Is the technology that difficult? Why on earth haven't they got it so that you can just have it as a little touch point to have a contactless card paying? Or at the very least, have a system where you don't need to sign up for an account, but you have to go to an app to do a payment there and then, rather than them sitting on the money. But if only there was some sort of way that these were all signed up together and they had some agreement of cross-network usage that allowed for you to sort of have one app to rule them all and be able to use it across multiple different locations. They're just not communicating. They're not being forced by legislation to have some sort of connected system. It's Connected Kerb. You think that they would be, but no, they're not connected with anything else. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword with this. I mean, well done for Dover and Deal District Council for finally getting their finger out and getting some chargers in the area. We've got a few, but they're ones that are with the various different supermarkets. So I go to one, a Lidl, that's got a pod point charger, and there's others around in this area. But finally, they are getting these in, and that's great. The first time I went to use them, they weren't actually connected. They were all lit up and looked as if they were able to use, but they weren't on the network. I phoned up their support desk, and credit to the person on the Connected Kerb support desk, she was dealing with a frustrated me that I had only moments to go before I was due for my second COVID jab, and I was trying to sort out charging before I went in there, and it just wasn't working. She wanted to go through all of my details first before even answering my question. So wanted my name, my phone number, I'm going to say, look, come on, I just need to know, is this connected to the network yet? Can you not please just tell me if this device is connected to the network? Because I'm in a hurry and I want to know whether I'm wasting my time or not. Unfortunately, she was then able to bypass the stuff and was able to tell me, yes, I'm so sorry, but those aren't connected to the network yet, even though they're lit up. They are now appearing on the app, so I think they must be connected and available for use. So next time I'm in the area, I'm going to be able to do that. So finally, they're usable, but why are they sitting on 50 quid of my hard-earned money? It's not fair. It'll be interesting the first time I come to use the system, and if I have any problems with it, I'm not going to be happy. But we'll see. So that's my mini rant. It'll be great to hear from you about your charging experiences. Have you used the Connected Kerb network? Have you heard of them? Are they in your area? Have you had the same experience? Have you had to put 50 quid on there and it's sitting with them? I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, mine is that I don't particularly want to be giving these people my money to sit on when I'm not using it at the time. And what happens about networks that you have got an account with but haven't been using for a long time? I mean, what happens to that money? Do they eventually have to give it back to you, or is it just going to go with them? What if you forget and years down the line you haven't gone and claimed the money? What happens to that money? Is it just sitting with them? It's not a good setup, because I mean, there's so many different ones. How do you keep track of what you have gone and given money to, and it's sitting with them? It's poor. So yeah, please let me know your comments. I'd love to hear them, especially from people that aren't able to charge at home and have to do the same as me and are just charging out and about. Now, I mean, ordinarily, I don't have a problem with keeping this car charged, going out and about, especially we were away in the Cotswolds recently for a long weekend, and I will put up a video about that at some point. It's just going to take a lot of editing, but I didn't have any problems in sorting out charging for that. All the time I've had the car, I haven't had any concerns. I've always been able to get somewhere, even though I'm not able to charge at home, so it's really not a problem. So, you know, allay that fear if you've got that concern before getting a car. And I am going to be doing a trip in a month or so's time where I'm going pretty much around the country, or a large chunk of it. I'm going to be travelling up to York, then on to Inverness to visit my brother and family, and then back down via the other side of the country. We're going to be going to the Lake District, then down to Cheshire, and back home. So we're doing quite a long loop in a week. So I'll be making a record of how I do with that as well, with the charging. So that's something else that's coming up. That was it. Anyhow, that was the rant. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below and let me know what your thoughts are. And also, please click the like button if you haven't done so. It's a simple act, but it really tells YouTube that you like the video, and it helps share it with other people. And it really helps my channel. Also, if you haven't done so already, then please subscribe to the channel. It's really great that I've broken over the 400 subscribers. Thank you very much to those that have done so already. But the more of you that subscribe, the closer I'm going to be getting to that magic 1,000 subscribers, which means that the channel will then be monetized, and it will mean that I'm then able to put that money back into buying extra equipment and other bits and pieces to help put the videos together, some different editing software and that kind of thing. So it would really help me if you just subscribe to the channel, and even if you just want to ignore the other videos that I put out about going green and just want to watch the ones about EVs, but please subscribe to the channel. That would really help. Thanks, folks. But thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Enjoy your EV driving, and if you're not driving at the moment, enjoy the experience of finding out about it, and I hope these videos are helping. So thanks for watching, folks, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.